So here we are then on the next slide. You can look on page 302, table 11.3 for some of this information. But again, breast milk should be the main nutrient source for the first 6 months. It is more easily digested than formula. Babies are having approximately 8 to 12 feeds per day. And again, the carbohydrate that is in breast milk is lactose. And the galactose is synthesized in the breast tissue, and then the glucose from the mother's blood, remember galactose and glucose are the monosaccharides, they're going to combine together to form lactose, which is the disaccharide. So again, just such a cool path of providing nutrition for our babies. And then the benefit of oligosaccharides, those are sugars that are longer in length than obviously the monosaccharides and the disaccharides, and that's going to prevent pathogens from binding to the intestinal cells. So here's where we're going to see the benefit of decreased GI distress, decreased ear infections, etc. Now look at this comparison of breast milk to the AMDR, the acceptable macronutrient distribution range. We have a much smaller protein load in breast milk, and that lower protein load is considered best for those babies developing kidneys. We have a much higher fat concentration, over half the calories coming from fat, where our AMDR for adults, healthy adults, is about 26%, and then lower in carbohydrates. So let's talk about the protein. The protein is alpha lactalbumin, and that's synthesized by the breast tissue. And then the lipids, those are the main form of energy in the infant's diet, also synthesized by the breast tissue. Um, the factors that contribute to the likelihood of a vitamin D deficiency in babies is if they are exclusively breastfed, if they have darker skin, then they have a harder time converting that vitamin D to active form. And if they have decreased exposure to sunlight, which, let's be honest, here in Wisconsin in the middle of winter, we're going to have decreased exposure to sunlight. So it's important for that baby to get the vitamin D supplements. Back to the benefits of breast milk, though, very generous amounts of vitamin C, which will help with iron absorption. And it is the ideal calcium content. Again, the iron and zinc are highly absorbable. And then you'll see on the next slide the recommendations for supplements for babies that are breastfed or formula fed, excuse me. And all babies are given a single dose of vitamin K at birth. So here on this slide, we'll see full-term infants, birth to 6 months of age, vitamin D supplements. Formula fed, we don't see that. Then at 6 months, they're still taking vitamin D. We're adding iron and fluoride. Fluoride might be added to formula-fed babies depending on what parents are using to mix their formula. I'm going to stop sharing here on this slide because I think I'm close to the end of this video, and I'll start up with colostrum in the next one.